to the train station. Heading out to Uluru. This is actually the first trip that we've taken inside Australia in the... How long have we been here? 5 months? 5 months since we've lived here. We've just arrived at our campground here in Uluru at Ulara. We have immediately put on our bug nuts because there's a lot of flies flying around, kind of triggering our bug PTSD. But it's a beautiful day, and we've got our camel tour tonight. Our first hike out here. We just decided to change our campsite for the next couple of days after crawling into our tent, and we must have put it down on a bed of thistle weeds or something. It was so pointy through the footprint, through the tent. I was like, there's no way we're gonna stay here and leave with 2 inflated sleeping pads the next morning. So we literally just picked our tent up and moved it to a different patch of the lawn. But hopefully this will be better, softer, better sleeping. Did you make a new friend?
There it is.
Good morning. It's our first full day here in Uluru. We're in the Kata Tjuta part of the park. I've been practicing my pronunciation for this one. Kata Tjuta means many heads, right? Many heads. Many heads. We got up early this morning, took a shuttle out for sunrise here at Kata Tjuta, and now we're doing the Valley of the Winds track. It's 7 days, yeah, a couple of miles. Should have some good views. A little chilly this morning when we're warming up. Our shuttle driver this morning shared a little trivia with us. He said that this area is so remote that when the International Space Station crosses overhead, they're actually closer to that than they are any of the surrounding towns on Earth. So, fun fact. We're getting close to the end of the Valley of the Winds loop here. It's lived up to its name. It's been a little windy. Not near as windy as it was for us in New Zealand last month, but it's been a nice breeze. It's kept the flies away. They are starting to come out now, I think, and buzz in our ears. But this has been a nice hike. Got some nice views. It's very, they say it's like, the hardest hike in this area, grade 4. But I would say, I would be surprised if it was rated moderate on all trails. On our scale, I'd give it a 2.
5.
Yes. 1 being a flat paved road.
Yes.
Heading back to our tent now for a little afternoon siesta. We got back from Kata Tjuta, had a quick lunch over at the town square here, and then timing worked out pretty well because we were able to hop onto the free bush tuck. I think Patrick's getting attacked by flies. It's free bush tuck experience, ranger talk. It was okay. Felt like,
Wasn't passionate.
I don't know, I just feel like maybe it wasn't the best speaker, not the most informative, but gonna take a quick nap and then head over to Uluru for sunset. Look at these funny little pink birds they have here. Someone told us that whatever they are is used as an insult. Like if you're mediocre, you would call that person this type of bird. We just saw, I think, one of the most beautiful sunsets of our entire lives. We collectively probably took a million photos. A fly just tried to crawl up my nose.
It was prettier after sunset too,
I
actually.
know. I think just a really incredible sunset here at the sunset viewing platform in Uluru. And then getting ready for another early sunrise tomorrow. Water's done, I think.
So.
We were treated with back-to-back, had a gorgeous sunset last night, and then a really beautiful sunrise this morning. And now we are doing the Uluru Base Rock walk. It's about 10K, I think a little over. Just around the base of Uluru. That's actually basically the only hike there is here in the Uluru part of the Uluru-Kata Tjuta National Park. So looking forward to it. Promising to be a nice and crowded trail. This was the old people's cave where they would sit and I guess mostly sit, but you can see there's some drawings back on the cave wall back there. The ceiling's very dark from the fires that they would have. And then I think we've got some drawings over here as well. Pretty cool. The flies have woken up. What time is it? Do you know?
9:30.
9:30. We just had a little snack break in what used to be a kitchen cave that they used to use for, once they had found some food out in the bush, they would bring it to the cave, cook it, form a little flour dough, and then cook it in the hot coals to make the bread. And then they would share the bread with the people in the surrounding caves, like the old person cave that we just saw. It's literally what it's called, old person cave. So it was nice to also eat a little food there. I think my perception of the outback was heavily influenced by watching the wild thornberries as a child, and I just really did not expect it to be so lush and so green out here. It's really, really a beautiful contrast with the red of the earth. Really hard to capture the scale of how big this rock is. There's Patrick for scale. It's afternoon, so we have returned to the tent for our afternoon nap. We are using our REI, it's what, a half dome?
2+, huh?
Plus, the 3-person one. And it's so roomy, there's pockets on the doors for us to store our stuff. Can have a breeze come through, but still have privacy. We really love this tent, and we have a lot of good memories in it. It's actually probably the first piece of camping equipment that we bought. And even though we upgraded when we were through hiking the AT to the Z-Packs duplex, we're still excited every time we get to break out the old Big Bertha. Take a bite. Is it good? Steak sandwich a la Patrick.
That was really good. You don't have paper towels, huh?
Nope.
Nothing.
L'objectif, c'est que je gagne. C'est sur la petite, je gagne.
Ah, vous savez quoi? Un seul.
Frère.
Donc, 4 en 4.
C'est exactement ce que j'ai eu le terrain au premier.
Off to find a nice little place to catch sunset tonight from Ayers Rock Resort. Okay, bike net's coming down. Just cooked a really nice dinner at the little barbecue area they have at the campgrounds. The campgrounds here are so much nicer than the campgrounds you get in the States. Like, paying for a campground spot was about $30 a night, and it also includes like a bathroom and shower area. It's pretty decent.
Very Australian.
Yeah. I think the showers are coin operated, and they also have a laundry area in there too. And the kitchen is also pretty nice. They have gas stovetops and also these barbecue hot plate things, which, you know, out here in the outback, gotta have a little Barbie. And hopefully we'll catch another good sunset tonight. That is most of the activities that you do here. Either has to do with sunset or sunrise, and just
At the rock from different angles.
figuring out how to not overheat in between. It's late April, and the temperatures have been mid-20s Celsius, which is about high 70s during the day, and then at night lows of like 10s, which is what, 55-ish.
I think it's in the 40s.
Yeah, so it's a little chilly in the mornings, but warms up pretty nicely during the day. And this is shoulder season, I guess. Winter, which is June, July here, is the high season for Uluru. And I think summer, December time, is the high season for flies. So just a little context. The campground hasn't felt super crowded, but the trails and like the viewing platforms during the day definitely are pretty populated. What would you say, Patrick?
Yeah, it doesn't help that there's only 3 trails.
Yeah, also there's 3 trails. So tomorrow morning, going on another sunrise back to Kata Tjuta, and then doing
And we did all 4
the gorge
trails,
walk.
right?
Yeah, and then we hiked all the trails there are to hike here. So after that, we're flying home. You have so many flies around you, Patrick. We've got Kata Tjuta in the background here. And then here's our little stealth site. We're all set up here. It's actually pretty much just the 2 of us. Wave hello.
Us and the bugs.
So many bugs. Enjoying.
Camels. Do you see the camels?
I don't know if I do see the camels. The camels are just right in front of us on this hill here. Enjoying our last sunset in Uluru. Look at those outback sunset colors. Good morning. We're out here. It's 5:40 a.m. waiting for our bus for our last sunrise of the trip.
It's early.
A little cold.
Oh, you're 5:40. I know which one this is.
We just arrived at Walpa Gorge, doing a quick hike. I think it's like 0.8 out, 0.8 back miles. And then heading back to camp, cleaning up our stuff, and heading to the airport.
So, what does that look like? Your room.
Yeah, it does.
Nice. Oh, really? Yeah.
We just cleaned up our campsite and we've got about an hour before the shuttle comes and takes us back to the airport. What was the best part for you?
I think the long Kata Tjuta.
Oh, really? My favorite was the camel tour. I love the camels.
It was fun.
And the tour guides were so knowledgeable about the area and camels, wildlife. I think that was my favorite. And they had the really nice snacks afterwards. I think I forgot to video it because we were too busy eating all of it. But they gave us the recipe for the beer bread that they made. Yeah, that was my favorite. No, it's interesting because this has been such a cool experience. It's unlike anywhere I've ever been before. It's also really regulated, so there's not a lot of places you can go.
Is this favorite?
The Walpa Gorge, very underimpressed.
I would have just said having people around us.
Not cool.
We'll stop at Circular Quay.
Back home.